Second night of a back-to-back in Oklahoma City. Bad news for the Lakers. LeBron is out tonight with flu-like symptoms. But there is the good news. Anthony Davis took the court and warmed up. He has a true game-time decision, so there's a chance he will play. Good to see him feeling better. Lakers going for their 8th straight win. The Thunder are a surprise team in the NBA, winning 11 of their last 13 games. Game time in OKC set for 5 right here on Spectrum Sportsnet. Hello and welcome to Access Sportsnet Lakers, brought to you by your Southern California Toyota dealers. Chris McGee, Hall of Famers, big game James Worthy, 7-time champion. Robert Ory, Brez is over there. Brez, Allie Clifton, you'll be hearing from her shortly. She is doing the sideline reporting in OKC. It's going to be an uphill battle trying to get that 8th straight win. LeBron is out with flu-like symptoms. Just the second game he's missing this season. Danny Green out with a sore right hip. First game he's missing this season. Anthony Davis, as we had mentioned, game time decision with the gluteus maximus contusion.
Bruised butt.
And Avery Bradley is probable with flu-like symptoms. So the Lakers have had that next man up mentality, big game James, this entire season. But how difficult is it when you miss for sure LeBron and possibly both of your superstars in AD?
Yeah, someone has to step up. It has to be done collectively. And I think, Kuz is the guy who comes to mind right away. He's an automatic scorer, scorching hot from all over the court. Behind the three-point line, he can create his own shots. But I think more than that, they really bond together defensively, get steals, do a lot of things in those areas. The defense is where they're going to have to. So I think Caruso, Bradley, Pope, those are the guys that put pressures on the guards. But I think Caruso is a hot scorer, and he can get it done.
For me, I'm looking at the way LeBron makes the people around him better. Those bigs benefit from him penetrating and all eyes being on him when he has the basketball. So I'm really worried about those guys. Are they able to step up? Are they able to create their own buckets without LeBron being on the floor? Not just the bigs, but you got guys like, the Lils like Caruso, Danny Green, who's out, but guys that are in that situation. Because LeBron, he demands a lot of attention when he's driving. He's able to draw and kick, and those guys are able to get uncontested shots. And that's key to making shots. When they're uncontested, they're a lot easier to knock down.
Man, big game. I'm okay seeing this. Tuesday night, I was at the game. You texted me, how bad is it?
Yeah.
We saw AD and the way he walked off the floor. Now he looks like he's feeling pretty good. I'm okay with him sitting out another game.
Yeah.
But this is just a nice sight to see.
He can sit out a couple more as long as he's, ready and healthy. That was a bad spill. And the fact that he got up and flew to Dallas was a good sign. But I like Robert's point. It's going to be a big night for Rondo, to see if he can bring forth some of his experience. He, not exactly like LeBron, but he's a guy that can create and get in the paint. Hopefully he can, solve some of those issues.
Check out this. LeBron last night in Dallas, 35 points, over 15 rebounds. He had a season-high 16 and over 5 assists. That's the first time he's had that line in the regular season. He's had it in a playoff game, but it's the first time it's happened in the Laker uniform since Shaq did it in 2003. Now, the Lakers have not played well when LeBron is not there or in the lineup. The numbers just show that. Rob, do you think they have to play a different style?
I don't think
you can't make up for what he does.
Well, it's not a different style. It's just more of a team concept. Because if you watch the way they play in a team concept, but LeBron kind of dominates the ball a little bit more. But if you put Rondo in that same situation, Caruso in that same situation, they're not going to be as effective as LeBron, but they can drive and kick and draw and use those bigs a lot more in pick and roll situations, because those guys are crafty in the pick and roll situation where they can come out and score. And I really like when Kuz was in that situation. He came off and shot the mid-range, not just selling for the 3-ball. He was very effective when he came off that screen. He attacked. He took what was given to him, and not just selling for the 3-ball.
I think if they could speed up the game a little bit without turning it over, that might be to their advantage. Get the ball out, get up into their primary or their secondary break. But I think there's a couple plays when Pope comes off that curl, he throws the lob up. Rondo sometimes. So, Dwight Howard, they're good at following up on missed shots, too. So they need to get more of those to compensate for what they're going to miss in LeBron.
All right, let's get you live to OKC. The Lakers are 4-0 on the second night of back-to-backs, which is very impressive. Hi, Allie. Allie Clifton is there with more.
Hi, Mike Truck.
Hi, Geet. Mac Truck says hello back to you, Big Shot. With that said, guys, we are literally in kind of limbo right now. What we do know is, as you mentioned, no LeBron James, no Danny Green. But what we actually do not know, literally to this minute, is what's going on with Anthony Davis. Listed right now as a game-time decision, talking with Frank Vogel moments ago. He did just come out here, AD did, on the floor. He was warming up, trying to test out that muscle, see how it felt, going through some different kind of movements, talking with his trainer. He then just left the floor a few minutes ago, to which now they're going to huddle up and they're going to make that final decision, But either way, whether he plays or not, remember, it's the long-term marathon approach as they're deciding that confirmation and decision. But moments ago, this was Frank Vogel on what they're actually discussing right now as we speak in terms of if AD will go or not tonight. Coach, seeing Anthony out there on the floor right now warming up, what's the latest with him?
He's warming up right now, and we just got to wait till he comes back and reports how he's feeling. Still listed as questionable.
Is it just how he feels? Is there anything more that you have to look at and you guys would have to factor in?
No, it's how he feels when he moves around. How you feel in a hotel room is different than once you get out there and start moving a little bit. So, he's going to see if it loosens up a little bit, and if he's close to 100%, he'll be cleared to go. And if not, he'll have another game out.
If he does not go again, Kuz remains the starter.
Yep, Kuz will start. Duds come in backup 4 or spread 5, as he likes to call himself. Duds is a whatever you need from me kind of guy. But yeah, we would start Kuz.
So no LeBron, no Danny Green. With the sore hip for Danny, is that something that's been lingering, or what's the latest with him?
Yeah, it's come and gone for him throughout the year. He's played with it. But we have a situation where we have a super quick turnaround. The last night's game ended 20 hours before this game's beginning, and in situations like that, you just have to be more intelligent with our players' bodies, and make good decisions.
Care to share starters for the two of them yet?
For
LeBron and Danny.
Rondo will start at point guard, and if AD doesn't play, then Kuz will start.
It's been since
KCP will start for Danny.
For Danny.
Yeah, a lot of guys out.
A lot of guys. It's been since the 60s that you guys have had a 4-game losing streak followed by a 7-game winning streak. Numbers vastly different for good measure. What's been the difference that you've noticed?
I just think we hit a tough stretch of our schedule with the 4-game losing streak. I think we're a team that feels confident we're going to win most nights. Both with how together we play, combined with the talent that we have, and how the pieces fit. So the 7-game win streak, I think, is more indicative of the 4-game losing streak. I just think during that stretch we hit a tough stretch of some guys in and out of the lineup, combined with some really good opponents. And I guess that's it.
So, guys, be sure to stay tuned, because in a matter of moments, we will have that update, of course, on Anthony Davis. Bottom line, no matter who is in or not in the lineup tonight in the rotation, Frank Vogel says his team has come in with a mindset that they expect to win. Until we hear that update on Anthony Davis, I will say this, guys, get ready, because later in the show, Jared Dudley has a motivational message for all of you.
Oh, I can't wait. By the way, Allie, 1961, Rob was the only one alive at that time.
I know, I was going to throw that out there, but I figured, why do that to him?
Why just feed it? Why just feed Rob? All right, Allie, thanks. Appreciate that. Can't wait for the inspirational message from Duds. I'm looking forward to that.
Me too.
Interview. I was so happy when he hit that shot last night because I knew we'd get him. Starting lineup, Rondo, Avery Bradley, KCP for Danny Green, Kuzma, we're assuming AD's out. And then, of course, JaVale McGee. So, obviously, Big Game James, when you have 3 guys out, 4 guys out, it changes your rotations. And as we talked about, it's that next man up mentality. If you could pick a guy that you want to really see step it up tonight, who is it? Aside from Kuz.
Bradley is the guy that Pope has been playing very well.
Yeah.
Pope's been on a good run. Bradley is the guy that can get you 12 to 15 points while he's defending. And I mean, he can get some of those off of steals. But I think he's the guy that I'm going to be looking for tonight. His leadership on the defensive end, especially if AD is going to be out. They're going to need a captain on the defensive end. So I look for him, to come off that little curl play that they run for him, hit some jumpers. Hopefully he can knock some threes down. So that's where I'm going.
I'm going with Rondo.
Yeah.
Just because he's going up against you-know-who. And the last time they had a little beef going on. So
Punch him in the face, right?
The thing about Rondo is we forget. Rondo used to get triple doubles all the time. So when he was in Boston, I'm sorry, James.
That's okay.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
But I think Rondo is the type of guy who can step up, lead this team, do some of the things that LeBron can do as far as getting people the ball in position to score. He can get to the hole. He has that little move, the first quick step. He can get to the rack. But he also is able to throw those lobs up for the bigs. So they got to put these teams, OKC, in a lot of pick and rolls and allow them bigs to get to the basket.
It's about Rondo's energy as well. He came out in that Knicks game, seemed with a little different energy, and you could see what he does for a team.
Yes.
He has to bring that same kind of action tonight for the Lakers. All right, plenty more ahead here on Access Sportsnet Lakers. Dwight Howard had 10 points in just 10 minutes last night in Dallas. He also sat down with Brez over there, part of our Connected With series. It's a new episode. We'll have a preview coming up. Debuts tonight, huh, Brez? Good time. Good time. And coming up on Access, with a tough 5-game road trip on the horizon, how will the Lakers manage the health of LeBron and AD? The Lakers insider Brez takes a look at the factors that play into that next.